I actually want to do something a little bit different. Okay. I saw Lightyear. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. It wasn't good. I want to talk about it really quick because it was not good. So, all right. Obviously, there was a lot of political animosity going around about the gay kiss. Oh, oh. Fox the cat was the best part of the movie. All right. So don't worry. The cat was amazing. Listen, personally, I think you should go see it. I went and saw it with my wife at 10 o'clock at night. Nobody was in the theater. Probably because it was a Disney movie. It was a kid's movie. It's worth watching, but it's not very good. So again, spoiler alert. Let's kind of go through it. So let me talk about what was good. All the characters were great. There wasn't a single bad character in my opinion. There was one. I guess I'll say it a little later. Yeah, there was like one bad character. I don't know. But all the characters I think were really good. It looks great. The animation's great. That's all fine. The story was abysmal dog shit. And it was just kind of corny. So here's the premise, right? The whole premise of Lightyear is that Buzz Lightyear and, whatever other girl, this girl right here, don't care about the names of the characters personally. They're looking for a new planet to inhabit. And they got a whole big-ass ship full of a bunch of other people in some kind of a stasis, right? They land on a planet. It starts attacking them with vines. They try to get away. They crash their big old spaceship into a rock. So they have to stay there. And they decide to stay there. They all wake up. They decide to stay there. And they inhabit the planet, by the way. which is insane. Because, they're looking for an inhabitable planet. And throughout the movie, for 100 years, or maybe less, maybe 60 years, they inhabit the planet. So right there, it was a little bit of a harsh condition, but they inhabited the planet just fine. Anyway, what I thought from looking at the trailer was that Buzz Lightyear magically gets shot 100 years or 60 years or something into the future. Right? I think it was 60 years into the future, and then has to deal with that. And I was like, that's a cool premise. Guess what? Not exactly true. Not exactly true. What actually happens is after the failed mission, they need to fix their hyperdrive. This is where it gets so fucking stupid. They need to fix their hyperdrive. Do you understand? So they put some magical fuel together and they test it. After a year, they construct a ship to test the fuel. A miniature one to see if it works on the big ship. Buzz tests it. He goes on a 4-minute track around the fucking sun or something. Comes back to the planet. It's 4 years later. Oh my god, who would have expected it? Buzz is like, whoa, what happened? Why am I 4 years older? Or what happened? Why blah blah blah? And they're like, yeah, well, you went so fast in time. That time went fast. It went 4 years for you because you were traveling so fast. You were moving so fast. Time just sped up, but you didn't age. And they were he was surprised. Like, wow, I didn't know that. How the fuck wouldn't you know that, Buzz? You guys were regular. Your mission is to fix the hyperdrive, not to create a new one, which means you should have understood this technology. So somehow the entire plot point of the movie is completely predictable. They should have known. It's yeah, Buzz, you're going to go on this trip for 4 minutes. It's going to be 4 fucking years for you. Okay, cool. He didn't know? How the fuck did you not know? That doesn't even make sense. Instead, he's like, oh shit. So then he does it 15 more times to try to fix it. Throughout that time, his best friend dies. By the way, they cut the gay kissing scene. They just cut the gay kissing scene. I don't know if it was in my theater, but they cut it, which is actually very annoying. Because I'm like, why? It's just fucking 2 girls kissing. It was annoying. Oh, excuse me, I'll throw up. It was annoying. I didn't either. It wasn't even a big deal. People were crying about it. They're like, well, Disney was going to cut it originally, so really there it's a virtue signal. Bro, Disney doesn't give a fuck about gay people. Yeah, no shit. But you want to know who does? The fucking writers of the movie, you idiot. Who? You don't think Disney isn't like a person that's like, I'm a big fucking mouse. Let me write every movie. It's a fucking people write it. They wrote it in there. Disney's like, yeah, let's cut it. And then they're like, you know what? Let's not because we want to be cool gay. And then they still cut it. I don't know if that was because of where I live. I live in Long Island, New York. a little conservative, or if it was just a theater, or if Disney decided to pussy out and they said we're subjected to conservative cancel culture. Is it children's plot? Just a children's show, the plot doesn't have to make sense? Yes, it does. This is the thing. This is what you guys don't understand. Historically, kids shows are usually also, or kids movies are also like appealing to adults. It was a bad movie, and I wouldn't want to go see it. Like, this was a huge opportunity that they missed, by the way, because they could have done like a Woody movie, but it wasn't good. It was so fucking boring. But I'm not even done, so shut the fuck up. And you have to, and you also have to see the rest of it because there are so many weird, corny like writing points in this. Anyway, Buzz eventually finally gets the formula right because the cat helps him. So he's like, "Oh shit." And he needs to test it, but then a new person's in charge, and they say, Buzz, it's time to stop testing. So he steals a ship, and he tests it anyway. This time he goes like fucking 20 years in the future or something. But it works, I guess. I don't know what dictates working or not. Then when he gets back to the planet, though, the Zurg is there. You know the guy from the movie, Zurg, with the fucking, the bullets, whatever? You know what I'm talking about. Here's where it gets really uninteresting. So basically, this motherfucker shows up. Okay, so what happens, and this motherfucker, you find out, is looking for Buzz. So what ends up happening is you see the big colony is surrounded by a laser shield. And Zurg is trying to fucking pew, pew, pew out the laser shield. Now, you learn later in the movie that there's only like 10 Zurg guards. So I don't know why the fuck they didn't just fight back. But, they're yellow assholes. I can't find them. There's only 10 of these guys. There's only like 10 or 20 of them, but they decide not to fight back. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't really get it. Anyway, the only people that are left outside of it are the granddaughter of his best friend. And she's not even a fucking space cadet or whatever. She has space phobia. She's racist to space. She's afraid of it. And then there's an old woman, I think, or a guy. I don't even know. It's who fucking knows. Convict, and then some other asshole. So they all have to team up and stop Zurg. Turns out Zurg wanted Buzz Lightyear. You want to know why? Because Zurg is Buzz Lightyear. That's the big kick to the movie. Zurg is Buzz Lightyear. In the future, he's like 70 fucking years old. I know. When he first, this is what happens. Listen, when he first, okay, listen. So I gotta write this out, right? I'm gonna have to do this because it's convoluted. Insane, and I guessed it. My wife's like, "How'd you know?" I was like, "I just know because I also know how to come up with bullshit plot points." Okay, here's how it works, right? So they need to test the hyperdrive. So he tests it 4 years in the future, tested 4 years in the future, tested 4 years. He tested about like 15,000 times, whatever. He finally gets it right. He has the positive one, and then he needs to test it still, and then that shoots him forward into the thing. He lands. Now, in the evil Buzz Zurg timeline, when he lands, he's arrested, right? So he escapes his arrest, and he finds, I just shit you not, an empty fucking space station full of a bunch of technology. And then he uses that technology to go back to the planet to attack the colony, and he actually waits for Buzz. In our hero Buzz timeline, he goes into the future, and he's met by one of the Zurg robots and also this daughter, the granddaughter. And then that's where the story kind of goes from. So what the Buzz and the Zurg Buzz is looking for is he's looking for the fuel cell, the perfect fuel cell that the other Buzz got. So he can go back in time more. That's the movie. Frankly, it was kind of lame the way they did it. It was a little corny. It was okay. I really wish the fuel thing, it just didn't make sense that they didn't know that it was going to shoot it. You have to watch the movie to see how corny it was. Just go watch it. I told you to watch it. It was okay, but it was mediocre. The thing that really threw me out of it is that they just didn't know about the 4 year, like that going into hyperspace or whatever, the hyperdrive was going to shoot them 4 years in the future. It bothered me. It was weird. It could have been done better. Frankly, I feel like this is part of like a norm. This is pretty normal nowadays for a lot of movies, is that they're really lazy. The overall storylines are really good. Like in this, I think like Kenobi, shit like that. But there's a couple of things that are just come off as like cringe and could have been done better. And it's not even like the overall story was terrible. It's that there are plot points that could have been fixed. Buzz could have shot into the future in one fell swoop and it wouldn't have mattered. It would have been totally fine. And it wouldn't have hurt the story. And it would have made more sense to him to like just have like, oh, there's an accident with the hyperdrive. Oh my fucking Christ. Whatever. So I just wanted to bitch about that. But go see it. It was okay. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And another special shout out to all my Patreon and Twitch subs. If you'd like to support this channel further than you already have by just watching the video alone, go down to the links below where you can sub on my Patreon, which will allow you to get your name on this beautiful black wall. Or you can go to the Twitch page and you can actually use a free Amazon Prime sub, if you have Amazon Prime, to subscribe. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.